Hey guys, today we'll be taking a look at the Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee SS44 Optimus Prime, preferably the one from Dark of the Moon, and I will say this is my favorite version of this mold in particular. Um, I do have the one from the Revenge of the Fallen 3-pack, or Anniversary pack, but that Optimus is so bad. That version just sucks. That's all I'm gonna say. The arms don't tab together. The grill was clear plastic. I hated that toy. So I was a little hesitant at the time when I bought this one, but now I've I've fallen in love with this figure. Yeah, that's all I can really say. I fell in love with this figure. So now we're making a video of it. And just we're gonna take a look at the trailer first before we look at the main guy. Um, it is dull. It is that Games Workshop gray. That does not bother me too much. The only thing that does is the fact that there's no red right here on the Autobot insignias. I'm okay with the plane. It's a toy. It's as accurate as it can get with staying in a budget. But it looks good. All of his weapons are inside the trailer, which we will get into when we get to transformation. But now we can look at the actual figure. This is SS44 from Dark of the Moon, and it is such a lovely toy. He does have the accurate front end of the truck with that gold fade. I don't remember if, I think it was SS32 was the 2007 version of the mold. I know the Anniversary pack did not have this. Or the Revenge of the Fallen Anniversary pack didn't have the gold fade. That I do know. This was just plain red and going from silver to red. But yeah, it's a lovely 392 Peterbilt. Short stacks, exposed feet. This is typical stuff to be expected on this figure. That's how the bottom looks. I'm not too disappointed at all. I love this thing quite a bit. I did, when I bought this thing, I did shave the peg down a little too much, but it at least stays together to where it doesn't bother me that much in truck mode. So, and we're going to get started with transformation. I'm going to deal with the trailer. And I'm not going to walk it through since there's been a gazillion videos of this guy, so we're going to have some fast action play. And transformation for Optimus Prime is pretty good. I do admit this mold is officially dated since this is like what 3-4 years old. So, and it's also been knocked off to all hell. But doing it with the official one, it feels great, especially knowing this one is not going to explode in my hands. I'm looking at this version of the mold. And since I have him out, this is the Revenge of the Fallen Anniversary Pack version. I got a knockoff version of the ab piece here, which I'm okay with since it looks more accurate. But this is the figure that I first got, and I've had a lot of problems with. So I am not too fond of this toy, and I don't know if there's much of anything I can do to make it either good or manageable. But I do not like this version at all. This toy is giving me nothing but heartache. So I'm happy to have at least this version. But getting into the details, he looks spectacular and does capture his on-screen appearance very well. Optimus Prime has had a lot of different toy variations, and this is one of the better ones, even I will say. Turn to the backpack, fairly compressed. Hello! Very cool. And just because I do this every now and then, I'm going to put a picture of the CG model right here. And it shows you how close it is to the final product, or how close it is to the film. Get out of here. Articulation on this Prime is fairly good. You got a ball joint at the head. You go wiggly wiggly. You can look up that far and go down that far. Knock my light. Arms can do a full 360. Move out the shoulder pad. They can go out that far. Bicep swivel, 90 degrees bend at the elbow, and wrist swivel. And you can also cheat a little wrist tiltage. Waist swivel, you can go left and right. The backpack does hit the rear wheels, at least his front grille does, but I'm not too worried about that, because a natural waist goes maybe a little further. But yeah, legs can go forward that far, can go back that far due to the wheels, but we move the wheels out of the way and they can go back that far because it's not the wheels, it's the hinge right in there. Oh, there we go. That end I had it done weirdly. So legs can go without that far. Fix that. Thigh swivel. I love how the wheels just follow the thigh, so they move with it. Well over 90 degree bend at the knee. And ankle tilts. You can go forward and back. So you can get them into really, really good poses. Like, really good. Now we can move him out of the way. And this is the weapon arsenal. And you got a lot of weapons here. You got his Energon axe, his Energon sword from the first two movies, his ion cannon, as well as his shield. And on top of that, he's got the little jetpack. Oh. And I forgot to put these on. These are his cannons for the Jetwing mode, which I just put there. And there. Little asymmetry doesn't hurt. That's how that looks. And he can hold all of these weapons. Obviously, his most awkward one is going to be the shield, because the shield typically right there. This cannot do that. So, what I like to do a lot is move this and just work it around it. And it's a loose grip, but at least he's holding his shield the proper way up, even though it's loose. Or what we could do is just bring that out, squeeze it all together, like so. That's as good of a grip as I can get it. Just move the shoulder piece down, people. Don't listen to me. Work that around. There we go. And we can give him his Energon sword. Hold it like a handheld sword, like he did in the movie where he fights Shockwave at the beginning. That is Shockwave. I had to. We can also give him, knock into the camera, his Energon axe, which is a very dull gray, but I'm not complaining. That's how he looks with it. I could take those out. He does also come with his ion cannon from the very first movie. And that's how he looks with that. You can go pew pew bang bang. And that's it for his main handheld weapons. The last real accessories he does come with, obviously, is his jetpack and 2 Gatling guns. So we were going to pull those off. Oh. And if you want to display it weirdly, you can get him standing in the weapons platform. That's a weird display. I would never do that. We do have to do some form of transformation for his jetpack, simply by unpegging the back right here. Like so. There we go. So once you have the backpack assorted like this, you can flip that out, and a lot of it just slides right onto the backpack, or right onto his back, like so. You get these notches right here, just to clip where the roof is, and then these little panels, hard to tell, they just tab in right there, like so. Same thing on this side. And that, move the weapons arsenal out of the way, is how he looks with his backpack, or his jetpack, folded up. Unfold the wings, and that's his backpack, or his jetpack. And that's pretty cool. And obviously you can give him his guns here, tab them into place, make sure the jetpack stays in one piece, like so, here and here. And that is Optimus Prime in his Jetwing mode. And that's pretty cool. Now he can fly around, bust into your house, and murder you. Okay, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, this is a really, really neat toy, all in all. And I will say I like to fold his jetpack up like so. It makes keeping everything together easier, and display-wise makes life easier. And that also doesn't look half bad. I know some people will turn around and ask, why not get the upgrade kit? Because I paid only $120 for this guy, the Fallen, and Age of Extinction Grimlock. And I know this guy at one point retailed for like $70 some odd. So I'm not too worried about that much money, or the hollow bits being a problem, since I only paid a commander class for 3 leader class toys. I'm not too worried. This is still a really, really great toy. And nothing will make me change my mind on that. But that is my video on Transformers Dark of the Moon Studio Series SS44 Jetwing Optimus Prime, and that is a mouthful. Did I forget to mention Buzzworthy Bumblebee? No, regardless. That is his video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.